Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. Dash, why are you smiling? The New York Giants just lost. Why are you smiling? Because I understand the bigger picture. I'm not happy that the New York Giants lost the game. I'm happy that the New York Giants retained a top 3 pick. That's what I'm happy about, and that's what I'm smiling about. That's what I'm smiling for, because we still have a chance to get a franchise quarterback without it costing draft capital. We have 4 more games left. 4 more games left, and if you're still in the camp of these New York Giants got to win, I don't know what you're thinking about. Nobody in the organization is thinking about 2024, because once the New York Giants were mathematically out of playoff contention, every decision, all the focus shifts to 2025. Now, young guys playing and getting some good reps and developing in these games ultimately are for 2025. That's what it's for. That's everything now is about 2025, getting the young guys snaps, seeing what you have in these young guys, looking at some of the veterans that you could probably sign back for cheap and see if they still got some fight left in them. But let's break it down a little bit, because there's nothing much happened in the game to talk about. You had a punt return for a touchdown that got called back. Penalties kept killing us. Blocked field goals. It wasn't the prettiest game. I would say it was a hard-fought game outside of all of the mistakes and stuff that were happening. I will say this. The team did fight all 4 quarters. They did not quit on Brian Dable for all 4 quarters. We saw that today. Trey Hawkins had a fantastic game. Run support, got himself an interception, got himself a deflection too in this game. I needed to see that from Trey Hawkins. He was one of those guys that I wanted to see what they can do. Again, we got 4 games left to see if Trey Hawkins can continue to develop. Elijah Chapman started the game off right, brought the energy, tackle for a loss on the very first play of the game. I like to see the young guys make plays. That's what it's about. It's about these young guys making plays now in a lost 2024 season and taking that and seeing what these guys can do in 2025. That's what it's about right now. And if anybody is telling you anything different, they're lying to you. They're either lying to you or they don't know any better. But with that being said, let's talk about this game a little bit. Drew Lock, right now, in my opinion, he's going to be the starting quarterback moving forward. We saw Tommy DeVito come in for a play, and I don't understand why still. We saw him come in for a play, come right back out. Drew Lock did enough in the air, not a lot, did enough in the air and enough with his legs to pretty much prove that he's going to be the quarterback moving forward. That's why we paid him the $5 million. Is a $5 million justified? I wouldn't go that far, but it's not like it's a lot of money for a backup quarterback either. But we got to see Drew Lock play and move the ball a little bit. Tyrone Tracy, Devin Singletary, it is what it is. We saw some plays. We saw them run the ball hard. No breakout games there. Tyrone Tracy did get a touchdown. Malik Neighbors was not involved heavily in the beginning of the game. I believe he only had 2 catches going into the second half. I think he ended with 4 catches, maybe 5 catches. I got to check the box score to be sure on that. But not a heavily impacted game. He did get the 2-point conversion. Wan'Dale Robinson had a couple of good catches, and also got a little bit of yak off a good ball placement. Darius Slayton had that one deep pass on the sideline that he kind of caught but was out of bounds. Would say that he had a good game. But tell me, where is Jalen Hyatt? Where is Jalen Hyatt? In a lost season, you have a 3rd-round pick, a wide receiver that's a 3rd-round pick, and we don't know what he is. We know what he has the chances to be off of what we saw in college, but we have not really seen him on the field. And there's no reason why he should not be getting more snaps in a lost season. I wanted him to get more snaps at the beginning of the season. Now, with the season being lost, we definitely need to see what Jalen Hyatt can do. We have to see it. I think he got 1 target. He probably was in for 4 or 5 snaps. Again, I don't have the box score. I will check this all after. But I didn't just see Jalen Hyatt out there running around. He definitely wasn't making a lot of plays. Shout out to Daniel Bellinger. Did have a couple of good catches. And that's something that I did want to see as well. So we saw some good. We saw some bad. We definitely saw some ugly. But at the end of the day, the mission is the mission. And the mission is to get a franchise quarterback here. And there's no easier way to do that than to be picking at the top of the draft. Period. Period. But yeah, man, let me know how you guys feel about this game. It was the Saints. The Saints are fighting for a playoff berth. That NFC South is wide open. Maybe not wide open. It's a little bit further now. Actually, no, it is wide open now that I'm thinking about it. It's still wide open, and whoever wins that is just going to be one and done anyway in the playoffs, but it is what it is. They had something to fight for. They came in wanting to win this game. They won this game, but the New York Giants were this close to actually beating the Saints. And then when you look at the next 4 games and you're trying to find your next opportunity to possibly get a win, the only one I'm seeing is maybe the Colts. So if the New York Giants can control their own destiny, they'll be in the right spot to pick at the top of the draft. If we're not picking number 1, hopefully it's going to be number 2, and we either get our pick of the litter at quarterback, or we're going to get at least one of these guys at quarterback, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Nothing much to talk about when it comes to this game. I'll let other guys review the games entirely. That's not what I'm doing right now. Again, I'm already looking at 2025. I'm looking at college prospects and stuff like that, and we'll see what happens from there. But just my reaction to this game is that the New York Giants did not quit on Brian Daboll. The players played, and they actually looked like they were having fun out there. Brian Daboll made some bonehead mistakes. He went for it on 4th and 8 when he shouldn't have done that. And then, some of the play calling was what it was, some mishaps and things like that. That's Brian Daboll being Brian Daboll in a nutshell. But he has not lost the locker room yet. We're still in a position where we can get a top quarterback. And I don't know what's going to happen with not Brian Daboll, but Joe Schoen at the end of the day. Because I saw him with the binoculars looking at the field like he was scouting his own team. I don't know if even Joe Schoen knows what he's doing half of the time. But yeah, man, New York Giants lose another game. We're now 2-11, but we also have the number 2 pick in the 2025 draft for another week right now. So I'll take that as a win amongst a season with a lot of losses. It is what it is. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Nice short video for you guys. Let's go.